The purpose of this video is to provide a quick demonstration on the NC1646 machine, kind of the setup and get you started information. This unit fundamentally is a twin needle post bed machine, and those of you that have used post beds will know it optimizes your maneuverability. You can also use this machine as a single needle, and we'll go over that in a minute. The twin needle unit maximum thread size is a 138. On the bottom should be pre-wounds or 69. I'm going to video this myself, so I may get a little shaky and I may refer to my notes, so forgive me for that. Like I said earlier, fundamentally it's a post bed sewing machine. The mechanics on it will be the same as what you're used to essentially. Any sewing machine mechanic worth of salt will be able to fix it, maintain it, etc. The only thing different is the automation. There's the push button, touch screen, and the hosting motor that runs it, which is very popular. Everyone's familiar with them. You have automatic foot lift, automatic needle lift with this, even automatic plow foot center guide. You can engage it or disengage it. We'll show you all that real quickly. We're going to go over a few things. First and foremost, how to turn it on. So your unit's going to be plugged in, of course. First thing you're going to want to do, first time, is connect your air. Now these are the old style units. The new style units we're going to get to in a separate video. Air intake on the back of the machine. Connect it. You're going to want to start running this at 80 psi. Start it at 80. If you find that it's not powerful enough to handle all of the designs, then you go 5 psi at a time, never eclipsing 100 psi. You're going to come to your machine. Right here is your air valve. It's in the closed position. Push it down. Now it's open and receiving air. This controls your psi. Once you have it where you want it, push it in, it's locked. Come to the unit. Very simple. You're going to turn it on. After you turn it on there, press your start button. This should in turn turn green. Give it a minute. Your screen's going to come on. Once your screen comes on, you're ready to go. You'll have single needle and twin needle patterns, and you will manipulate them here on the side very easily. Let's see what this sheet wants to tell us next. There's a quick flyer on the SEMA special that we're currently running. And the special is good through November 8th of this year, the last day of SEMA, 5 p.m. Eastern. And just like any sewing machine, don't operate the unit without material underneath. That's a no-no. When you're starting material, get your material in, hold your threads as you get started, hand wheel it a few stitches, then go. I mean, just basic fundamental sewing. You guys know better than I do. Those of you that know me know I'm not technical and I'm surely not a sewer. But get your material going first before you go with it. Okay? When you're running on single needle, this is a good one. When you're running on single needles, you can do your single needle jobs, obviously. Okay? You have 2 needles, like we discussed earlier. You're going to want to, and hear me on this, your outside needle, I want you to break it in half. Literally. Take it out of the unit, take it out, break it in half, put it back in. Why? Because the needles and the needle bar runs on a sensor. So it will not operate unless you break off, unless you put back the stem of the needle or half of the needle. Whenever you run single needle, which will be your inside needle, you go to your outside needle, break it in half, and then put it back in. And everything will be gravy, and everything will run smooth that way. Okay? When you start sewing, hold your threads like we talked about on a scrap material. Your stitch patterns are pre-programmed. I do not have it plugged in here. We have the other unit which will show you, but that's all self-explanatory. Again, for your bobbin threads, you're running 69 or pre-wounds. Nothing else. Top threads, maximum 138. And you ask why. The threads are so thick on 210 or 270 or anything above 138 that you'll cause all kinds of problems and your warranty will be voided. There's not much else to tell you guys other than these buttons that I'm not thinking of here. Your first button, I'm going to flip this over. First button is going to be the button that lifts your center plow foot, which is right here. Plow foot goes up and down. Put it in your, when you're doing French seaming, and you just want it, engage it. Don't want it, disengage it. Okay. This next button engages your needle up and down. This next button engages your inside foot up and down. If you want to bring everything up, you back heel your primary pedal right here, and your feet will come up. The last two buttons, from what I'm told by Global, have no function. Okay? Let's see what I'm missing. What am I missing here? You're going to run standard size 22 needles. Nothing crazy. Nothing different. If you want to try the So Straight needles, we can give those a go. We've run it and they've run well. We sell them here. And this is not built for speed, guys. So when you turn this on, if you're looking to increase speed, you got the wrong machine. It's not going to run a million miles an hour. And lastly, you have a couple of things if you're considering a purchase. Maximum 9mm stitch length, 16mm presser foot lift. And that's it, guys. I can't think of too much else that I can go through. At the end of the day, it's going to be you guys, your imagination, and the sewing. There's a lot of uses for this. Primarily, who we're selling to is auto, aircraft, and furniture OEMs, and of course, upholstery shops mainly. Thanks for tuning in. If there's any questions, email or call 800-526-1184. Website nccarpet.com. You'll find this machine in action under upholstery and also under interiors. Hopefully we'll see you guys at NBAA this year, which is in 2 weeks, and at SEMA in about 4 weeks' time.